Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur show, people. Man United podcast, Ballers at the Bridge podcast, talking Tottenham, talking that Tottenham talk podcast as well. We do have Jez in the building also. Yes, Jez, what are you saying? You good?
Oh, good. You?
Yeah, man. Oh, bless fam. You already know. You already know. Big up to everyone who's in the chat. Apologies on this show being later than usual. You normally get it at midnight. I had some stuff to sort out, but that's why you're getting the show still, regardless. Make sure you bump up the likes, people. Bump up them likes expeditiously, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live. Salute. Well, yeah, hit the like button. Please share across all of the socials as well. Vitally important you do those two things. And subscribe to the channel as well. Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, people. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United, Chelsea, or Tottenham Hotspur related, please. Obviously, the big news that dropped yesterday was Manuel Ugarte to Chelsea. Tottenham are still without a manager, and Manchester United secured their qualification for the Champions League as well. What are you telling me, though, sir? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm looking forward to football this weekend. Being over. German last day of the season and the Championship playoffs. So I'm all good, man. This weekend,
Championship playoffs. Oh, yeah, there will be a Dortmund watch along as well.
Richest game in the richest game, isn't it? Championship playoff.
Yeah, it is actually.
You know what I mean? It's the biggest money game of all time now.
That's a goddamn Luton. You are damn right. You are damn right. Big
Well,
up
as
to
long as Luton don't get up, that'd be fine.
Facts. Luton don't go up. The Leeds go down. If Leeds go down, I will be waived on that Q&A. You cannot make that shit down.
That's bad.
Don't let me. If Leeds go down, I will be drinking. I'm looking for a certain wine. I need to go find it because the wine slaps. For those that can't remember the name of it, I've still got the bottle here so I can remember it. Fire though. I can't find it nowhere. Big up to Malcolm. Big up Warrior J. Big up Jacob. You know what I'm saying? As always, Harvey says, flawless. I'm always seeing you live, bro. Respect the tireless work rate. Appreciate the kind words, man. Appreciate the kind words. Please bump up the likes. Already at 15. Large up you lot. And let's get to 6,484 subscribers. We need one more. We're only looking for 6,485. But we'll start with you, Surfer, since your team is the one with the biggest news. Ugarte, talk to me. Thoughts? Like it? Don't like it?
I've got to be perfectly honest with you. I've seen this guy play once against Arsenal. I've only seen him play once against Arsenal. He looked good in that game. But I honestly haven't. I presume he played against Spurs in the Champions League, but I can't remember.
Yeah, he did both games.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't know that much about him. You know what I mean? It seems to be flavour. I don't know if it's flavour of the month or how good he is. I do like he's South American. In terms of,
I'll be
honest with you. I don't. This doesn't. I hope it doesn't offend anyone, but I need in my midfield in the Premier League. I need a South American or an African in my midfield.
No, that's not offensive. You're saying because them two continents, there are players from them continents are hungry.
The midfield in my midfield engine room, I need players like that. You know what I mean? I need strong bastard players in the middle that just don't care. You know what I mean? Like that. I just need them to just be physical. That's what I need.
No,
that's what I need. And listen, like I said, Jez probably knows more about it than I do.
Yeah, I was going to go to Jez.
Like,
Jez, the floor is yours.
Jez knows more about it than I. Comes.
Engine is literally the perfect work. Like, it's the work rate off the ball everywhere. Like, he's literally definition of a destroyer for me. Like, gets into tackles. He loves the 50-50s. He wants to literally get somebody literally hurt when he gets his tackles. Like, not to the point where like he gets red cards, but like, you know what I mean, in a positive way. Like, trying to make the plays and then give the creators around him the ball. Then, because when you look at him, even from terms of his stats, you can see he excels everywhere in terms of when it comes to winning the ball back, off the ball kind of stuff. But on the ball, he's not really like, his numbers aren't really that high. But I think that's why I think this is a good move for Chelsea, because I think he has the engine to not only help Enzo cover the ground, but also be that ball winner in that midfield to win it quickly back, so Chelsea can just recover the ball ASAP. He kind of just reminds me like Wanyama when we had him. Strength is there.
That's a very good comparison. Because I rated Wanyama highly when he was at you.
Yeah, before he had the injuries, Wanyama, I would say like one of my favorite like DMs that I've seen at the club. Strong, physical. It's hard to get past. Maybe sometimes he can score a rocket. Who knows? Like and I think he can. He has the similar abilities to bring it as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how he and Enzo's going to pair up in like a pivot in the 4-2-3-1. I think the only negative you can say is that he picks up quite a lot of yellows. Like I've seen, I think this season alone in the league he had 11.
Didn't he get sent off against Arsenal?
Yeah, he got sent off against Arsenal. Yeah. So he has the tendencies to get himself something into tackles where he gets himself stupid yellows, or he's sometimes too over aggressive in certain situations. But I think that's just the South American in him. Like I remember Casemiro early in his career, he also had this issue, even at Madrid, that where Casemiro would sometimes just get it's just in their head, like fuck it, we just go in and just make the tackle. That's probably one of the negatives I would say in his game, that maybe he has to calm down.
Yeah, I would.
But no, I think it's a really good move. It's a really good move. Like for me, the difference between Lavia is I think Lavia can offer more Chelsea on the ball, but in possession. But Ugarte, for me, defensively, Ugarte is better than Lavia. Much better.
I was laughing in a group chat I was in today, and someone went, "Yeah, we need Ugarte. He's a defensive 6." So I went to him, "What, a DM?" I know, is that what you're talking about? You know what I mean? It's just like all these fancy new terms. Just say DM. Say it's a defensive 6 or something like that. I'm fine with that. I mean, I said I need 2 midfielders, so I need if we bring him and Lavia in, I'll be fine. Because then if he gets like loads of yellow cards suspended, I can just put Lavia there for a game or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if we get him, I don't know about if we go for Caicedo. That's the other thing.
I think you would go with Lavia because he would be cheaper than.
Yes, I think you're right. I think they'll go. Yeah, and it's interesting. That's the 2 positions. Well, one of the positions I need just the 2 players in. I keep seeing like Chelsea fans. Oh yeah, we need this. We need like 4 signings this summer. That's all we need. The big signings as well. 2 midfielders, 1 goalkeeper, and a striker. That's the. We don't need a lot of incomings this summer.
Yeah, then the rest just needs to be old.
Yeah, the rest are there. It just needs to be then built around them. Do you know what I mean? So, Ugarte is a good start if it happens. We always have to take it with a pinch of salt. Do you know what I mean? I keep reading he favours a move to the Premier League. I also remember that these South American guys, they're built differently in terms of they are, they're brought up in, they're not brought up in riches. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like in middle class families like that, for example.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, they had to earn their place in football. Do you know what I mean? They didn't have like helping hands and stuff like that. So, listen, he says he prefers to move to the Premier League. I think it would suit him better, the physicality and stuff like that. I think do you agree he might get sent off more in France because of the way it is? Or I guess they're both physical, really.
Because France is quite a physical league as well. Like, that's why you see most of the time French players are just easier than other leagues that I usually see. Even the Portuguese players also, they are just quite easier as well to the Premier League than, for example, somebody from Germany or from the La Liga or Italy.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, like I said, I don't know until it's announced.
I did see the rumor saying that he's more attracted in terms of playing in the higher division, which obviously the Premier League. But PSG are probably maybe they're going to give him more wages instead. So do you think that could be the key thing, that wages?
It may be, but I think Chelsea would match the wages. I think wages are an issue for Chelsea. It's how that both clubs don't. It's really weird. Both clubs want to trigger the release clause, but they don't. They want to pay it installments, which I don't understand. So, and I think I think
think
I
to be
read
fair-
there's also I think R1 offers more bonuses or something like that.
I think in both clubs, I don't think it will be an issue getting even with because no difference with Liverpool is they want to be cheeky by not even
Yeah, they
paying
don't
a
want
lot
to
of
trigger the
upfront.
thing. They just want to.
They don't want
they
to
don't
trigger
want
it,
to trigger it.
and they don't want to even if they match the clause, they don't want to pay upfront enough. For example, like
Well,
Chelsea,
it's not
I see
even a
Chelsea,
big.
Chelsea and PSG will do it.
It's not even a big release clause. It's like £53 million or something.
But that's the thing,
It's
Liverpool are
it's not
broke.
big.
Like without Champions League, they're broke for like when was the last time Liverpool without Champions League they
Well,
actually went in and did it?
You know they're cheap. Bellingham apparently is only going to cost 87 million.
That is crazy when I heard that. I did hear that today.
But
that
to be fair,
Bellingham
but I broke that down in a different GC that I'm in. So obviously the initial price is just 100 million euros, which goes down to like 85, 87 million.
Yeah.
Then you have the bonuses that probably put it to like 100 million pounds. And then this is where it goes to wages. And then it goes to agent fees, which makes it probably even more of a deal. For example, I think from Madrid, I feel like the deal will overall go up to like maybe 120, including the agent fee. You see, for example, not Haaland, how he was bought for like 55 million, 57 million.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody believes he's just 57 million. That's just the release clause, but there's just so much outside from the deals, which I believe Liverpool couldn't just do it. But I think if they were in the Champions League, I think they would have done it. But I think them not being in the Champions League made a big difference.
Yeah, I do like the synergy though. I do like the way that Chelsea are going to bring in Ugarte and then ship out Mason Mount to Man United.
Yeah,
So.
you know what? You can fuck off, mate. That's what you can do, yo. I've been hearing about this
make
fucking shit all day, yo. Yo, we got packed. You know what? We got packed 7 by Liverpool, and I felt better then than I do now. You know what I'm saying? Because people try. You know what's worse is not only one dickheads like Surfer and Jez and others laughing about it. Is people trying to sell it to me. You know what I'm saying? I had a gal on the terrace talking about trying to sell it to me, and I said, okay, a gal. What does he sell out on the football? And he said, well, if you want to know about Mason Mount, ask the Chelsea representative. Ask Lewis. So why are you talking then? You know what I'm saying? I was on the Troops podcast. I had Troops, Lewis, and fucking Lewis with that fucking Mason Mount, Avi, and Sam trying to gas it up to me. My head is hot, man. My head is hot. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, I've never been more against the signing. I can't remember the last signing I've got signings I've been against.
What about long stuff?
But I'm like totally, yeah, but there was no energy in towards that. And plus, I was emotionally disconnected because Ollie was in charge. You could have given Ollie prime whoever. You could have given prime Zidane. I would have been like, we still ain't winning.
It's weird, right? Because on the terrace today, right? It's after the 4-1. Chelsea lost 4-1, right? But Flores was looked more upset than Lewis.
My head was hot. Yo, man started mentioning Mason. And it's the people trying to sell him to me. And the people who chat to me about Bruno. Yeah. And like, I'm like, people are like, oh, why are you so critical? And it's like, are we not trying to catch Manchester City? Or shouldn't we have players who are elite? Like, what? I don't get what's going on. People say I'm negative and trying to nitpick and stuff like that. But if we're chasing the best, we should want the best. But yeah, go on, Joe.
But what if Ten Hag thinks though? He could be a part of chasing City though.
Yeah, that's just wrong. Then I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying?
He made Bruno look somewhat competent this season.
Yo, we scored 20. We've scored all this again, creating stuff. We've scored 22 league games in 19 away matches.
22 goals in 19, yeah.
We scored 22. So where's this elite creator that everybody likes to talk about? You might don't like. If that was 66 goals instead of 19, people will be talking about, look how many goals and assists we've got. We don't score goals. We don't create. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at my creators. Why is Casemiro my defensive midfielder, our most creative midfielder? He's one of our biggest goal threats. He scored the first goal against Chelsea and set up the second one. I was involved, played a pass.
Yeah, I was just thinking, right? You know when Arsenal signed Partey, right? They released that song.
Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking Flawless could collab with Mason Mount when he signs for United. You know, sort of just, you know.
You know what his chant is, File?
It is, right?
Yeah, of course. Like, when I see Lewis edit, the edit looks clean. You can't tell me that that's
shut up, Jez, man. Anyway, why can't this be a defeat, yo? So it just goes like, well, Ornstein, this is on you. You know what I'm saying? I was fine until Ornstein said it, and I went into the group chat, and Lewis just wrote in capital letters, Ornstein dagger. You know what I'm saying? And then Mason about, but the chant is fire though. I'll give him that. The chant
But
is fire.
I need to ask you because remember last time when I mentioned you're gonna go and watch. I think it was literally on this show last week when I told you you're gonna go and watch Bruno watch live.
You did say that, yeah.
Literally, how was it? How was it?
You know what it was? Everything I've said about him is magnified times 100 when I'm watching him. Not just him, the whole team. All the issues I've said I've had, because where I was sat, I was just not level with the halfway line, but I was high up, so I can see the whole pitch. So there's nothing I'm not seeing. And when I talk about pace and power, it's so evident. Like the difference between Rashford and Garnacho to Sancho, who actually played decent, but just how much it is a physical league and how much it is pace and power. And I don't know if you man remember or someone in the chat remembers. I believe it was in the first half. It was towards the right-hand side of the pitch, just inside the Chelsea half. Someone played a pass into Bruno. He tried to let it run past Chalobah. And the old guy who was next to me tapped me and said, yeah, he ain't got the pace for that. I was like, facts.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have I've said this before. I sit down and talk rubbish for a living. I'm older than Bruno and I'm more athletic. How are you professional footballer and I'm older than you? Bruno's what, 28, right?
Yeah,
28.
All right,
28.
so I'm so I'm not significant, but I'm a number of years older than Bruno.
Yeah.
How am I more athletic than you? How am I more agile than you? Like, man just got no agility, he needs to go do ballet or something.
No,
Dude, I'm being serious.
Open up those hips and some shit like.
Yeah, pause. You know what I'm saying? Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Hey, yo.
Hey, God, you know. Hey, yo. Hey, they know the truth. They know the truth,
hey,
man.
Yo.
Hey, man.
It's a fact, though. Like,
hey,
I'll talk about like for me. Obviously, I knew somebody like for example, guys like Ugarte, for example. I knew it wasn't going to happen because I've seen top clubs get linked to him as well. But I just need guys who can just cover the field and that can do it quickly. Like, this is what the game is over here. In Europe, you maybe can get away with it in certain competitions, but it's also a slower game. That's why international football, I don't really like using international football as a basis for a footballer because the game, just international football in general, is slower. Like, you see it a lot compared to, like, even if I go to, like, Germany, like, just the Bundesliga, I think the Bundesliga is a more faster-paced league than it is in international football. That's why you see guys do well. Like, I see Højbjerg play very well for Denmark, but he can't even look competent in the Premier League.
You know what the crazy part is? Eddie said it best. World-class performance from Bruno. He got a goal and an assist. People will wax Liverpool, but the performance from him wasn't good. The performance from Manchester United
I don't think he was really like. When I was watching the game till like the 88th, and I just turned it off because it was over.
Yeah, I'm convinced at times I'm watching a different sport. And Prime, you need to get off Reece James. Reece James. The thing is, can shift. I wish that Bruno had Reece James athleticism.
Too much surgeries and then he can't no more.
I'm a fan of Reece. I'm a fan of Reece James. I'd take him at my club. I'd be like, yeah, let's get him right. 100%. Even though I think he is built like a centre back because he's built similar to Luke Shaw in terms of his body build, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To me, he looks like he's a centre back.
Mate, just was saying like bring him to United, play a back three.
I'm not against that. The problem is the wing. Actually, yeah, because Dalot and Malacia would be fine as wing backs. I think they'd be even better as wing backs.
I also think yesterday, I think Sancho's performance is getting overhyped.
Me too. I think
because he was going up against a guy who's not even a left back, and he refused to track back. So yesterday, so many times, Lewis Hall refused to track back, bro. He was like literally that whole side was just bare. He was not even bothering to track back. He's like the sometimes when I play programs at left back and I forget to track back sometimes, and it's like
we play I'm a smart enough manager. That's why I play you wing back. You know
Flores covers me quite a lot, but there was like no one covering for him because it was a back four. So like Sancho was just like literally, he just had a big space. He could set a picnic on there. Lewis Hall is not tracking back at all.
But this is even the biggest indictment in terms of like that's what because for example I looked at the table earlier. By the way, we conceded 62 goals this season.
Yeah, sixth most, is it?
62, bro.
62, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's like Frank Lampard standards, bro.
Yes. Because guess the teams. Ironically, guess the teams. But that's the funny part. The Everton right now has conceded less than us.
No way, they conceded less.
Who's conceded less? Everton, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Everton conceded less goals this season, but the funny part is we scored 68. United scored, I think 12 goals less than us this season. It shows you everything we know because we are terrible.
We've scored 12 less goals and people.
Yes, I literally look at it right now. So United have a goal difference of 14 with 56 goals and 42 goals conceded. I think this year, I'm looking at here, we scored 60. So so you have 10. We have 10 more goals. I thought there's still 68. My bad. I was looking at a different team. Yeah, we scored 10 more goals than United. We have scored 66 goals and conceded 62.
It's all mad. Hey, you lot again in the chat, continue to get your questions in. Please keep it Manchester United, Chelsea, or Tottenham Hotspur related. Let's bump up the likes as well. There's under 6. You lot really, I hear all the time. Like, I don't mean like in terms of even when the show's late, there's over 60 of you lot in the building right now. Well, just under 60. But let's get up to 40 likes, people. Let's bump up the likes. Like I said, get your questions in. Manchester United, Chelsea, or Spurs related. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your comment or question as well. Flawless favorite song you heard at the match. I've been singing the Casemiro song the whole day. That is catchy. You know what I'm saying? Casemiro. Yo, the whole day I've just been singing that, just walking around my house. When Bruno went down for the penalty shout, and the Chelsea fans started singing, Bruno, you're a cunt. I laughed out loud. That shit's funny. But yeah, that shit, I laughed in it. It was funny. I actually laughed out loud in it when I heard him say it because it was never a penalty. Even though I was far away, I could see it was never a penalty. It's like, yo, just get up, man. Winning a game, like, we got a game to win. Like, you're not getting, just get up. Right? I'm just tired. Yo, like I said, people, I've just had it up to here with players who have been here longer than a season. I'm just not trying to hear no defense because these men have got managers sacked, poor results. First, like the players who just signed, I'll give a blight to first season: Casemiro, Martinez, Anthony, Malacia, Eriksen. Like, how's Eriksen receiving more criticism than Bruno? I don't get that. I don't get that. Whether you think Bruno's better than Eriksen or whatever, what I'm saying is Eriksen's just got here, and it's on him. But Bruno's been here during his whole period and has been bad, pretty much. And even when he's played well, we've done nothing.
One is the captain, that's the difference.
Yeah, one's the captain. Yeah, Harry Maguire is the actual captain, and he holds bench. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, the difference is one of that captain is not playing anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We need to do that to this captain. 100%. But yeah, Alam, I'll shout you as well, Alam, after the show as well. I'll shout you after this show. Let me see. There's some questions that we missed. Jax, there's still no takeover news. I have a bad feeling it's going to be Sir Jim with the Ritter Glazers and will be announced after the FA Cup to avoid protests. One, if it is him, the Manchester United fans don't need a game to protest. Number two, why I think it's Sheikh Jassim, because if it was Jim Ratcliffe and Eddie made this point, the media noise would be so much. There's been so much media noise, like positive PR around it. So I think if it was him, they would be talking about him. Even that's why Sky rolled out Joe Hart. And then there's been other things, like all the articles of why it needs to be him and he's going to put the Manchester back in Manchester United, whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means. I really don't. Jez, bro, who are you starting in the back line now versus Leeds?
Jacob, I'll be honest. I start you at the back line. I'll be honest. I'm tired of the defenders. I start you, Sofa, and Flores in the defense. I'll be honest, because bro, we conceded 62 goals. I want to see none of these guys. Yeah. Okay, give some youth kids. Let some kids play in the defense. I'll be honest. I don't care who plays in the. I don't care about the last game. I always said we losing to Leeds. You don't expect a result.
Oh, for fuck. Anyhow, man. Anyhow, bro.
Have you seen us? We lost. We conceded 3 goals to a Brentford team with no Tony.
You don't need to do the Leeds are bad, man. You don't need to do the business against Leeds.
We are worse. We are not a good footballing side. It's ISO. I'm just happy it's 1 game left. I'm so happy it's actually just 1 game left, and I don't have to see these clowns till September, October.
Yeah, right.
August 12th.
Yeah, it's August 12th.
And the good thing is we don't start the season early because I think Villa's gonna. I think we're gonna lose, and Villa either draw or win their game against Brighton, and they're gonna get the Conference League spot.
Yeah, and to this is that Sotomayor? It says Prem physicality got Ten Hag shook. It's not got him shook. He just realized that you need it. Like I said, when I watched the game, it was just eye-opening, like when I talk about it, why it's needed and why I don't want Harry Kane. And again, Eddie made the point on the earlier Man United when he said, if you play Kane, you have to play quick players around him. There's no. You gotta play electric. You gotta play Rashford-esque players around him, Garnacho, and we don't have that. Like Anthony's not that. Obviously, Rashford is, and then you've got Bruno. It's like, and that's why I'm not trying to see
the plan is to what is the plan? What if the plan is to surround Kane with that though?
I'm more open to the idea, but I don't see that happening because we've just spent money on Anthony and Rashford are our wingers, so they're 2 spots that are sorted. So then it's on Bruno in the 10, and your 10 is not really going to be that. I want a fluid front three.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I'm watching that game, and the first, like, as I'm watching the game, and it was where Chelsea were playing well in the first half, I'm like, Mason Mount don't solve this problem. When I think about it, like, now I think about Harry Kane, he doesn't add to that. And people say, oh, he'll take the chances missed. Like, yo, people just don't like the fact that it's a pace and power game. And you need both. Bring me technicality, of course, but bring me pace and power. I use João Felix, even though João Felix, it was a banging goal he scored. I use him as the example all the time. Quality player. If we list his attributes, quality. He's getting 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. If you just list his attributes as a footballer, he's got 4 goals in 18 matches or whatever it is. 4 in 18, 4 in 19, 5 in 20. One assist.
I think it's even worse. I think it's even worse.
think
1
he's our
assist,
top,
2 assists.
I think so. He's our top scorer.
Yeah, like my point that I'm making is he's a bad boy. He's a bad boy player. Is the point I'm making, people. I rate him highly as a player, but why does he have Timo Werner numbers?
By the way, I'm not joking about that. I seriously think he's our top scorer. Like this.
Yeah, no, this is funny.
Yeah, we believe you. Yeah, we believe you. And Jack, I hear that. This is a point. I don't think Ten Hag is even trying to play possession-based football. We are linked with any players that suggest that. He might just be going all out pace and power, which I'm not against. But I'm like, go and get me the best in pace and power. Go get me Casado. Go get me an Osherman, just for example, people. Players here I'm mentioning, like, that's what it is. Go get me those type of players.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, today I've seen Kane get linked heavily with Madrid, and there's some couple of good sources as well. Hey, man, if Madrid wants to. One of the reports is ridiculous. This is fucking with Hustle. Oh my god!
Slow news day, man.
Bro, the Mirror has no shame. Like, okay, if you want to release BS, release BS, but bro, come on. You saying Hustle? That's not even the same position. Like, at least say a swap deal with Mariano because that's at least a striker. Like,
but it was a credible story until they mentioned swap deal with Hazard.
Like, oh yeah, everything right there, Hustle. What? Would you actually, if that would actually be a thing where, like, let's say 100 mil plus Hustle, do you think Chelsea fans would be actually angry if he would be at Spurs? I know Luis would be.
Yes, I think the only time he puts on a Spurs shirt would be when he signed, and that would be it. You know what I mean? He wouldn't put it on again because of his injury record.
Oh, I know.
Hey, who's this? Wait. Who's this?
Hazard.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, the mirror is just there.
Yeah,
Bro,
Kane,
I'll be honest. Like,
Kane,
at least make
you get Hazard in return. Yeah, go get an Asensio makes more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, make the link actually make sense. Man said Hustle. Come on, man. Well, anyways, but then obviously there's other reports. But the link about Harry Kane to Madrid, they're actually true in terms of, like, Ancelotti's like a big fan. Obviously, Benzema, he did fell off like this season from last season. So I think there is, and I think there are the concerns for them that they don't know if he can still produce to the same level as he did last season. And it is true when Madrid wants to pay 100 mil or something, or 80, because I think Levi would take a discount because we also have a good relationship with Madrid. So if there's a discount, I could see him maybe Madrid, but then again, it's all about him if he wants to go. Like, I think he's an idiot if he says no because he wants to stay in England and rather wait another year to go to the English club to break the record. Because the end there is Madrid end of the day. You can't be passing out these opportunities, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it is. It'd be interesting to see. Like, yeah, does he go? Would he turn down Madrid?
I don't know. I really don't know because their record is really on his mind. Their record is really on his mind.
If he turned down Madrid for the record, that is crazy. That's all I'm saying.
If he turns down Madrid, I'm not rating this guy anymore.
You're just saying
I'm not doing it.
You're saying I'm done. He's a rap.
Oh, just the thing, I generally could see him rejecting the move just because then he would rather wait another year.
No, don't get me wrong. I can see him definitely rejecting it, but if he did, I can't take this guy seriously anymore. I just can't because.
That's literally the opportunity to leave because everybody says, Levy doesn't want to sell. Yeah, he doesn't want to sell to a rival here in England. Outside
We're
from everywhere else, he's willing to probably sell.
But we're proof of that. Look at the Modric thing. We put a £50 million bid and he sold him to Madrid a year later for 30 million. 20
Oh
million.
yeah, for
Exactly.
Modric, you mean Modric?
Yeah.
Modric.
Nah, because you said Modric, that's why, innit? That's
Sorry,
why
oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, it's counts,
I
man.
heard Modric.
Yeah, Modric. Sorry,
Mm.
Modders.
Modest.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack, yeah, I don't know what Ten Hag like. Yeah, I don't like it. That's what I'm saying. Word to Anthony Joshua. I don't know what's happening right now, but it's not nice at the end of the day.
Like
That's how I feel about this Mount. Like this Mount link is really like I felt bad on the day. I still feel bad now.
because apparently what's it called? Because Arsenal they also re-signed Reece Nelson, so that's a winger out of the question. I don't think they're gonna sign a striker, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So you have the midfielders money, and there's a lot of that money will go in Rice. A lot of money will probably go into Caicedo. So I don't think Arsenal are going to go in for Mount. I'll be honest. If they really want Caicedo and Rice, I don't think they go for Mount. So that's not really the question. Like it's gonna be Liverpool and or Man United, I think.
That is fucking fuckeries. Hey, now over 70 of you lot in the building. Big up. Please continue to share this out across all the socials. But let's bump up these likes. How's it over 70 of you lot in the building? There's only 35 likes. What is this Bruno Fernandes pass completion rate? What we doing, people? I don't like this conversion rate. Let's bump up them likes, people. Get us up to 40 likes, man. Only asking for 5 more. We're currently at 6,486 subscribers. 4 more subscribers, people. Get us to 6,490. I'm trying to hit 6,500 before the month is out, so we got a few days. So yeah, 4 more subscribers, people. Get us 4 more subs to get us to 6,490. Yeah, this is the fact though, because Seniac. So for how he says, oh wow, just saw the terrorist Mount is the token black man now flawless. Because this is the thing. When I be asking about him, not only can no one tell me his qualities, now I get, or it's the quota, the English quota. The English quota, blah blah blah. So I'm like, we just hitting quotas. So I'm like, you're just a token black man. Is that what this is?
Hey,
is that what we're at? We gotta hit that thing, or is it when somebody gets a certain racial? You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say it.
Yeah, go on.
I'm the Mason Mount of Sarcasm City.
See, so I just got surfers, you know what I'm saying, just to tick the white box. Is that what we're doing out here? You know what I'm saying? Or like when someone gets in trouble, like if someone says something racial towards black people, and they're just like, yeah, I got black friends, and then they're hugging a black guy next to them or something like that. What was this? Some token black man shit? It's a good job Mount's not black, because they put him in, token from fucking South Park. You know what I'm saying? It's English quota. But before you go, Jez, when we talk about Harry Kane, that's not mentioned, because Harry Kane is of quality. Nobody mentions, Harry Kane fills the quota, Declan Rice fills the... I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
I'm
tired.
The funny thing is here, the quota thing doesn't even make sense, because now they got hella English players or...
Because people are talking about the amount of them that could leave.
Oh, the amount of guys
Yeah. Because with McTominay and Elanga and Maguire, and there was a few more as well.
I heard that Wan-Bissaka apparently was getting some... What's it called? Apparently, there's some teams interested for Wan-Bissaka.
Nah, we need to keep Wan-Bissaka. I believe I'm saying that. So yeah, Prime, that's what that means. For those that don't know, when I said like, how do I put the term? Like Google it. But if you've ever seen South Park, and they call the black kid token because he's the only black kid on the show. It's kind of like that. So when I'm saying it, like I'm saying it being an asshole, but it is an actual thing. Like if it's just like the way Surfer just said there, he's the Mason Mount of here because he's the only white guy who's a regular on there. Like people would say, oh, you're just trying to fill the quota. Like they do it at work. All right, we need X amount. We need someone who's black, someone who's Asian, to fill the quote. Like, that's not a skill set. I'm saying, he's English. That's not a skill. What are we doing out here?
You just English, bro. Like, or you trade English. Like,
yeah. So also part of the Trini quote, I need 2 in it. So there's him and there's Peter. What kind of shit is this? You know what I'm saying?
But if it's just really true that these guys are gonna be leaving, and you need some more English players, you know what? Come and take Harry Winkler's spot if you need to.
Nah, I'm good, man. You can keep him.
We need a clear one. Like,
yeah. So that's what it is. Big up Montana as well. It's crazy. Warrior J, that's a good question. Just thoughts on the Tottenham manager candidates.
So yesterday, the day before yesterday, all the rumors said, the final manager, he's interested in the job. he's the front runner FC, what they say. He is supposed to take over. Then the day, literally yesterday, boom, 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning, tier 1 sources from Feyenoord saying he's staying at Feyenoord. I'm waking up, I'm thinking, what happened? What happened in 24 hours? Apparently, we didn't want to pay the compensation to get him out of his contract.
Wow, is that what it was? How much is the compensation? What are the reports for the compensation?
10 million.
And you man didn't want to pay 10 million for a manager.
Because apparently there were things where like the compensation was supposed to be 5 million, but I think because they were in talks of extending the contract that made it to 10 million. But I don't know, maybe Levy forgot, because the last time, I think our last 3 managers, they were all on the free. I think maybe Levy forgot that he has to pay a compensation to get these guys out of their contracts. So that was one of the main reasons why that didn't happen. Another main reason is because, from my knowledge, is that in the interviews, a big issue was, which I keep saying, is the clarity of the director of football. We still don't have a director of football.
Yeah, we still don't have a DOF. Go on, fam, carry on.
I keep saying it. Which manager with a sanity comes to a club where there's no director of football and who they can work with? There's nobody. There's no director. There's no technical director. There's no director of football. So who they're working with? If Levy gonna do the transfers? We don't fuck it. Like, Levy is here to do the deals when he doesn't know football. My goodness. So I'll be honest. I don't expect anything about manager. Obviously, now we linked with the Celtics manager. I'm gonna learn the name if he actually becomes the manager.
Well, not really. He's backed himself out. You don't need to learn it now.
Oh my god. All I'm saying is, if he does become manager, I will learn the name. But now he is apparently the key word, front runner, and we have talks with him. So I'll be honest, I can't expect any manager to come through unless we have a director of football or we have some clarity, because this director of football thing went very quiet. Since the slot thing, it went very quiet, and I'll be honest, we are now, I think, 10 days away to break the own record of not being managerless. And the record holder is us.
I can't believe you, man, wouldn't pay the 10 million for, man. That is crazy.
He forgot.
The thing is, this is now turning into like before you hired Nuno, when you went through like 13 people.
Gattuso and all them things there.
Yeah, and second of all, we're not owners of football clubs going to realise that if you want a manager, you're going to have to treat them like a transfer for a player. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, and you should do, because managers are the most important people at a club.
I think I think they're starting to only really realize it now.
Yeah.
Because I think even for Poch, I can't remember if he had to get Poch out of his contract from Southampton or he was a free. I can't remember. But outside of Pochettino, the last 3 managers, they all came from like a free, innit?
Yeah.
So I think these guys thought, it's going to be easy. Nah, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. And that's why I don't think Amarin happens, because I know he has a crazy release clause.
But I don't know if you feel about this. I do feel that you were used a bit to get a new deal for him. Honestly, like you got the new deal like right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't like, he's ruled himself out and he's still on the same deal. I think he's like on a new deal now. So it's one of those. But the thing is, though, is that you should be getting a director of football in first, because they should have a hand in who's being hired. That's who they're going to work with. You know what I mean? So it's like,
but you know what it is, so I think that they are panicking. I think Levy and
they're totally panicking.
Yeah, because literally, Conte was gone literally in the last week of international break. How long was that ago? And
that's end of March, isn't it? End of March.
Yeah, and you went sacked a manager the week after, and you already have a manager not confirmed by the Chelsea pages. But it's pretty much already done.
Yeah.
It just needs to be announced. We don't even know who's going to be the manager, which is the big issue. So I think it's just all panic. That's why they maybe just want to go. I'm seeing already Nagelsmann's name really back in the thing. By the way, for me, that's just PR, just to appease the fans, in my opinion. because of all of a sudden Nagelsmann's back in the picture after we stopped. Apparently didn't want to talk to him, so it's just a mess right now. I can't expect anything right now until we have a director of football or manager. I don't buy into rumors about players. I don't buy into contract talks. I don't buy into nothing right now, and it's just a depressing state that just again Levy showing his incompetency. To be honest, in my eyes.
What about Ruud? Do you like Ruud?
Ruud van Nistelrooy?
Yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
I mean, he has not been mentioned once. If he somehow becomes the manager, I would say this. It would be very surprising for me. I can't lie. But he has won trophies, and people say we need guys who win trophies. So, I mean, fuck it.
This is such a dickhead. Hey, allow me a dickhead for this. He said if Lampard takes, go on, Surfer, go on.
There was a big announcement at Spurs this week. Well, their stadium. Guns N' Roses are touring there next summer. So
yeah, of course, no.
Who's touring there? Guns N' Roses? Did you say?
Yeah. £140 a ticket.
Beyonce's coming like in June, early June as well, man.
Amanda didn't want to pay the 10 million for who was the manager? Was it the Sporting manager?
Slot from final.
Oh, final. Sorry, final. Yeah. I'm still thinking of Ugarte. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
But again, we are cheap. We are like that's why I have so much faith in what I say about Liverpool, is because Liverpool just reminds literally like us. We have the money to do certain things, but we just don't want to because we're not maybe in the Champions League or we're not in Europe. So certain deals that we can do, we don't want to do because we're not in certain competitions. But I don't know. I really, when the news about the Celtic manager came out, the whole Twitter was on the meltdown. There's so many Spurs fans who are against that move. But you know what? The fan base can fuck themselves, in my opinion. Because every time they want to Jose. Like, I'll be honest.
Why can the fan base go fuck themselves?
I'll be honest, because they wanted Jose. We got Jose. See how that happened. They wanted Conte. We didn't end up with Conte, but then we came back with Conte. We had Conte. Everybody was licking Levy's feet. And then that shit didn't happen. See, don't see like everything that the fan base. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Everything that the fan base wants, Levy somehow delivers, and then it ends up shit anyway. So I'm not against.
That's hilarious.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth, bro. Like they can fuck themselves. To be honest, I don't care. Like I don't care what they think.
We know, yo.
See, like these guys. You know what the sad thing about this is? These guys would rather take Brendan Rodgers because he has PL experience than Angel, who's actually doing well at Celtic. Oh my days! Like I said it in the Spurs group chat. I'm even willing to take Potter, but if Brendan Rodgers take over this job, I'm generally not coming on to Sarcasm City because there's no point for me to watch talking about football no more. If Brendan Rodgers is the manager, I'll be honest.
Oh my god, yo! But he did all right at Liverpool. Been in the title race. You know
I don't care. Yeah, Leicester nearly relegated. He gets Leicester relegated. Everton wins.
First.
Nah.
Oh.
I'm willing to take I'm even willing to take Potter.
I said Levy gives the fans what they want, and it ends up shit anyway.
Bro, it doesn't make sense. And then how can this the part that's why the whole Nagelsmann saga I wasn't sad about, because you know what? If you would have said yes to Nagelsmann, you know what it would have told me? We lied to Nagelsmann, and then within 24 months he's gone.
Yeah,
I don't need that. Just give me a manager who, and you're gonna give him 100 to 150 mil. Let him rebuild the squad. Even if the fan base hates the manager, I don't give a fuck, man. Don't watch them. Don't watch. You don't have to watch. I'll be honest, because the fan base is spoiled. They think you can get any manager. We are eighth. We are behind Brighton and Albion.
Yeah, you might have 8th, innit? Yeah, you could have finished 7th though. It could be a conference.
Yeah, if you beat Leeds
could have finished 12th.
Yeah, it could be 12th, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can finish 12th.
No, he's talking about Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? His own team. Yeah,
but Chelsea at least get the manager in that's actually good. We we are currently managerless still. Like we're about to break our own record for being managerless, and that was 72. Their record was 72 days, and we 10 days to get away to equal. It's
and Jez, it's a short preseason as well, you know.
It's not as big.
Like you said, August the 12th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, remember, guys, the Champions League final is 10th of June, and then there's international games after that.
Yeah, then you have the little break then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're not getting the whole squad back till.
And if you're a Conference League team or even Europa, not just Conference League, but you have to start early.
But even that, Jason, you're not going to get a full squad back till what, mid to late July at the earliest, something like that, after like going on holiday and stuff. So, man, alive, and you guys have got. I know we've got work to do, but you guys have got work. You guys got a lot of work to do. You got the Harry Kane situation to sort out.
We have so much to go on, and then you know what the icing on the cake is? They wait until the end of the season just to boom, every day contract extension. You know what? The day that happens, I will be camping in the comment sections because that is going to be 8. That shit's going to have more comments than likes. I can tell you that because it's just depressing to just having to follow this team. So I'm just literally detached because every time when I wake up in the morning, one day is good news, the next day is terrible news. Like it's literally terrible. Like how? Oh man, like that's why you know what? That's what I say. And somebody said, "No way you're taking Potter." Well, I would have taken Potter before Chelsea, and I know it's kind of weird considering how it just ended in Chelsea. But let's be honest, the expectations are higher in Chelsea. There is a lot more pressure at Chelsea than in Tottenham. And I think if you actually give him the time,
is he gonna? Do you reckon he's gonna? If he was offered, he'd take it though. Because remember, he turned it down twice, right?
He did. But I don't know, it's weird because I've seen the news that he turned on the Nice job. He's not going to become the Nice manager anymore.
No, I think he's. Yeah, I think he wants to. I think he just wants. I think he wants to stay in the Premier League.
That's why I think there's possibility. But if he's clever, he doesn't take the job.
No, he waits for the next guy to take over. That's what he does.
Yeah. And time to shine. This is one of the realest comments you've ever said, man. Jez is box office when it comes to Spurs. Yeah, Jez rants when it comes to Spurs, yo. Like he had me rolling, yo. From the they can go fuck themselves. Like the whole thing is, and Nagelsmann turned him down. That's what happened, but I don't know why.
What happened is accordingly.
Let Jez tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story, man. So accordingly to the news, apparently it was never true. It was all a dream that we talked to him. It was all a dream. Shout out to Tupac, I think.
You never actually had a conversation with him. Surely you had a
conversation. They're definitely. This is the thing. That's the PR. This is the PR that they're trying to put out, and everybody convincing that we never talked to him. But the reality is, they had concrete talks. He probably told, or his agent told them, "We want this, this, and that." He said, "Hell no," and then they left. But they made it look like that never happened.
Who are you really going to get? Like, that's what I'm looking at. Like you said, with no DOF, that's going to be very tough to get any manager of any form of substance.
There was one DOF that I think if you would have gotten him, then Nagelsmann would have been fine with the director of football. But the issue was, Levi didn't agree of what the director of football wanted to do at the football club, which is because the director of football is supposed to be building your football club. But then I keep saying, this is Tottenham Hotspur FC, not even FC. It's Entertainment FC. This is not about football.
What did someone say? THF? What was it? THFC stands for. I think was it.
Oh, I said that. I said Tottenham Hotspur Fitness and Cardio.
Yeah, that's it.
I said that. We're not here to play football, man. We're here to
Hotspur Fitness.
Yeah, just one thing. We're not here to play football. We're here to just make sure everybody gets the steps in 10K per day, 10K per week. Make sure everybody stays fit. Like it's not about winning trophies or actually be competitive. What's your because someone did ask earlier, what's your thoughts on what Mourinho said with him saying that Spurs is the only club that he feels no connection to? I think he's just using the moment, just what the mess of the club is in it. I'll be honest, I'm not losing sleep over what he said, to be honest about that. To be honest, I don't really care that he doesn't. I mean, end of the day, he got paid 15 pence. He's not going. He just. I think he just said it really just for the moment because everybody sees them as currently. So, and you know how Jose is. Like, if something happens at United, you know Jose just randomly talk about United, even though he hasn't been there since 2018.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Hey, you lot in the chat, continue to get your questions in. You can keep them. It's Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, or Manchester United related people. Spurs, Chelsea, or Manchester United related. Of course, again, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it. I will start the best questions as well. Let's continue to bump up the likes. We're only at 46. Get us up to 50 likes. There's over 80 of you lot in the building. Like check 1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, 50 likes is what we're looking for. Now scrap that. 60 likes, people. That's what we're looking for. Looking for 60 likes and still looking for 4 new subscribers as well. Over 80 of you lot in the building. I know there's at least 4 of you lot who haven't subscribed. And if you want me to stop interrupting the show, hit the like button. We're at 6,487. So now it's 3. We're looking for 3 more subscribers. But the same thing still applies, people. Like I say, and just continue to support as well. Let's see.
You know what pisses me off? You know what pisses me off? Every day, I get it. Every day, I get people say, I feel sorry for you. Because my football club is killing me, bro. I'm like, yo, don't feel sorry for me, bro. I don't need people to feel sorry because, you know what? This club they just want to test my sanity. They're testing my sanity. They want to see how high I can reach these levels. And the funny thing is here, I had many rants on this. This rant is nothing, bro. I'm just talking about the situation.
No, this is very mild.
This is mild. This is like Friday night.
This is mild, isn't it?
Yeah, mild rant. I'm like,
there was an hour-long one. He did an hour-long one once.
Oh my god, that one! I couldn't stop reading. I couldn't stop talking because there's so much. Oh my god! And the funny thing is here, the Marseille one, people think that was probably like the highest. I can get higher than that because when we got smoked by Sarcasm. If I was from Sarcasm City, that would have made all-time numbers. Sarcasm. I couldn't stop thinking about that for a week. That's how much my head was hot about Sarcasm. So, nah, I'll be honest. Like, and yeah, the only club that he hasn't won a trophy yet. I mean, sounds familiar. Poch hasn't won it. What's it called? Conte didn't win it. By the way, I feel sorry for Kvaratskhelia because Conte is linked to Napoli. He's gonna definitely tell him to play wing back now.
No.
It's over. Kvaratskhelia, oh my god, Kvaratskhelia doing wing back duty. I'm like, leave the club as soon as possible.
That's crazy.
He's not linked to Napoli, is he?
Oh. Yeah, he's linked to Napoli. Like, apparently, it's gonna have talks.
Hey, to everyone who went on loan to Napoli, hold that. I hope he goes there.
No, I'm leaving the loan.
To Tazo, who sells clubs after this, message the message the group chat, Tazo, on the PS and see. Let me know. Get back to me. If everyone's about, we'll run it. Just let me know. Yeah, see, Alam remembers. He says the full screen Jazz rent went crazy, and then they won the game. Yeah. That was hilarious, though. Go check that, people. Was it Spurs Marseille?
It's Spurs Marseille. The last game. They won at Marseille. The last game of the Champions League.
Spurs. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it was on the YouTube. Yeah,
it was on the YouTube. It was on the YouTube. Yeah, so guys, just check when that result was, and then go to the video on that date, and then you will find it in the. Go to halftime. I lost my shit, bro. Like, oh my days, and Kante, bro. I'll be honest, yeah, you say that, but my guy, but if them 3 years under Oli drove me to insanity, I could only imagine the suffering you go through at Spurs. Mate, I don't care what you guys say. That Oli thing was nothing. That's light work for me, bro.
Yeah, it's light work for you. Yeah,
I saw 7-2 against Bayern. Gnabry coming to our stadium, scoring 4, and then after the game posters with shame, London is red. Bro, I lost my head. I want to call him a nigger in the comments, but like this.
Wait, you wanted to call who a nigger in the comments too?
Gnabry, after he posted fucking London is red.
I understand that actually. Yeah, I get it.
Nah, bro, my head was gone.
Yeah, been there.
Bro, sometimes I still we got cheated in the Champions League final. All Liverpool fans don't want to admit that. I don't care. They changed the rules. People, you can't tell me that we didn't get cheated when they changed the rules afterwards. Nah, man, bro. Anyways, just go to Chelsea question, whatever. But before you go to that question, so what do you think about the Levi Colwill picture after the game? Because I know there's some mixed reactions to it.
I don't care. I really don't. I don't care that he's done it. He's having a good season at a club he's on loan with. I really don't care. People are just like, how can people be upset with a picture he's done and not more? Sorry, and then the performance. than the result. Do you know what I mean? There's more people upset about a 19-year-old kid on whatever he's out. You know, you know what? So what? You know what I mean? It's just, if you're upset by that, then that just says more about you than him. You know what I mean? I just can't. I just can't take you seriously.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think it's that much of an issue.
Okay,
Facts.
here's an idea. It's an idea. You know how you react to it. You don't. You don't react to it. You don't slander him. You don't call him names. No doubt he probably got racially abused. No doubt that will probably come out soon. No doubt about that whatsoever.
Facts.
What you really should be asking for is was Billy Gilmour really allowed in that same club? Because I don't think he should be. He looks about 14. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be allowed in the club. But the Colwill thing it's just a non-story, man. It's like people trying to make it out bigger than it is. It's like with all that's going on this season, are you really going to get upset about that? I mean, come on, let's get this.
Facts. All the things that I've got at Chelsea, it's a Levi Colwill.
On loan player, yeah. An on loan player.
Who's at Brighton?
He's at Brighton. Let him party, let him celebrate. Do you know what? Good. I'm glad. I don't want him thinking about Chelsea this season. You know what I mean? I don't have a good time, man. It's enough. It's bad for us supporters. I don't want on loan players who aren't even here being affected by it. Get a life, man. Move on. You know.
That's legit. 110%. Before I get to that, yeah, man. Bro, man says 90 viewers at 3 a.m. Big up, yeah, man. As well, it's 2:30 a.m. Obviously, this show's normally earlier than what we started, but you're still gonna get it anyway. And there is a playlist. If this is your show, there is a playlist for it. There's a playlist for the show, people. If the Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur show is your favorite, and we're gonna, even though the season's coming to a close, we're still gonna keep this running. So it'll be a weekly thing. More often than not Saturdays. Well, if we can't do the Saturday, you will get it on the Friday, people. 110%. We rarely don't. I hear about Sarcasm City TV. We don't stop. It legit is the city that never sleeps. There's always something going on here. Oh yeah, I wanted to get to that question as well in regards to Chelsea. I know you probably answered this before, but basically, I'm trying to find it. You were saying how many players? You were saying how many players you think Chelsea actually sign, and how many you actually think you'll sell.
I think they'll sign between 3 and 4, and goalkeeper, striker, and 2 midfielders would be my thing like this. In terms of who goes out, well, Aubameyang's definitely going. Mount, Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek. Both. If I had my way, both the goalkeepers. So that's 6. Because they're crap. Who else? Havertz would go. Pulisic, Ziyech, Cho. I'm already up to 10.
Jesus.
So I'm already up to 10. So none of the only new player that possibly I see going might be Koulibaly. It's the only one I see, especially if you're going to bring Colwill back, because we're only playing once a week, really. And we've already got. I know some rumours about Chalobah going, but I'm not 100% sure if he's going to go, because he could be one. He could be one that goes, but then there's the home. There's the home quota. It's like.
We got some homegrown. Yeah, take Scott McTominay, man. You know what I'm saying?
Then there's the Lukaku situation. He doesn't want to stay. That's fine. I respect people that come out and say what they want to do instead of trying to hide it under he's proper this and proper shit like that. I prefer Lukaku to actually come out and say it like it is. I find it refreshing, actually.
Whether he says that he's not interested in
exactly
basically
that's great.
What did he say? He always had Inter in the back of his mind. Did he say?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. We know where we stand now. Okay, let's get the deal sorted out. What is it? Is it another loan deal? Okay, do you know what you can do then, Lukaku, to help us out? Lower your wages then. If you want to go, the big thing holding it up is your wages. Do you know what I mean? If you really want to go, lower your wages. That's what Inter Milan are paying his wages this season, I think, are a big chunk of it. They don't want to do it next season. That's fine. But you want to go, that's what I say to all players. You want to go, then you're going to have to lower your wages. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but I see at least 10. I think we need to get rid of 10. We've basically got an NFL squad. We can run offense and defense.
Make it a national squad, like 55.
I don't know, bro. It's like well over 30. Do you know what I mean? And I don't even think I'm counting like some of the loan players as well. So it's one of those. Yeah. Orange players coming back, but 4 for me. But they're all key. They're all key. It's goalkeeper, striker, and 2 midfielders. They're the ones. It has to be.
No, fair. What about man asking in the chat as well? Kovacic, would you let him go as well?
Oh, I think I think he wants to go. I would sell him.
You sell Kovacic, okay.
I mean, there's rumours about Man City, but that's died down. I don't think he wants to stay in England. I think he wants to go abroad, whether that's back to Italy or. I'm sure the Bayern links will pop up, whether they will get it done as well. But he's down to his last year, so if he wants to go, then yeah, sell him. No issue. He's done well, but he's getting injured more and more. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's out. It's so ironic. I keep saying this. Him and Kante are always injured at the same time. They're injured now. Oh, Kante's another one. That's died down, the new deal thing. I'm not hearing anything.
Would you move him on as well?
He could walk this summer.
Is he on a free this summer?
He's on a free this. Yeah, he's on a free.
Yeah, somebody will pick him up 100%.
Oh, somebody will. But what I'm saying is like, I don't. He might lower his wages. He's on 290. So, but I don't know. I would love to be in a negotiation with Kante when he's all smiles and they tell him he's got to lower his wages and the smile fades and it just turns to like a scowl. He goes, what the fuck? Like it just like pops up.
Hey, the truth for
the mask.
Oh god.
Yeah. He flips. He turns around like Stone Cold or something like that. What?
What? I was watching one. You know what? One of them popped up on my Instagram. One of them reels, and I was dying. It was one of the what promos with him and The Rock. And like The Rock was mimicking him, like, don't come here, you're talking like The Rock, yeah. And then Stone Cold grabbed the mic. He's like, what? What? Yo, that shit is catchy, yo. I swear down.
I said with that. Kante being mad would be Kante going mad or angry would be the biggest heel turn in life.
Yeah, facts.
The media image is gone. Like,
without doubt.
But quickly, I need to go to CNFC WP. Yeah, I need to go quickly there. Yeah. I enjoy pain. That's what it is. Like, I'm not for Tottenham. It's everything that I tried. Oklahoma, Dortmund, and Tottenham. We have one thing in common. They're constantly giving me pain.
Did you have 5 games this season? So Warrior J asked the question for Jez: which 5 games got you fuming this season? Do you have 5? Is it more than 5?
We have a good collection of them, but
you give him 5.
Oh, he asked. He said of which 5. So I'm thinking he's saying which is the most.
Oh, so I think everybody knows.
Wait, Jez, could you? Jez, you can put it to a month if you want. I think you had 5 games in 1 month. You could put it.
I could generally make the whole list. Like people, we have considered 62 goals in the Premier League. Like, God, you think that it's not gonna be games that I'm gonna be not pissed? But yeah, 5 games. I think the obvious one is Nottingham Forest.
League Cup or
in the league, the away game. Funny enough, the League Cup was more calm.
Wait, that was 1-1. Was it 1-1?
Yeah, one. I think it was 0-0 because we didn't score on that game.
Oh, it was 0-0, was it?
No, 1-1.
Oh, they beat you. Oh, I thought you drew.
Yeah, in the
cup. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, in the cup. Yeah, in the league, we won. That's the funny part. We won the game 2-1.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it was a last minute Kane penalty or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, he missed the penalty. I think he scored the header. When Charleston made the Travilla.
Oh yes, you're right. I remember Charleston doing the theatrics.
And also the kickups as well. Yeah, so that game is up there. By the way, people, it's not in order. Marseille 100%. Marseille, my head was gone.
Your head was definitely hurt.
I couldn't believe what I was watching for the first 45, and we won the game.
And they won
the game.
I told him, and this guy cursed me out for saying that we're gonna win the game. That cursed me out, you know.
You know that it was terrible.
I said you'd win the game. I didn't say you'd play well. I said you'd win the game and top the group, which you did. I said you get free, and you top the group.
Yeah, because the group was a Europa League group.
Can I guess one of your games, Des? Was it be the second leg against Milan?
I didn't watch the game. I'll be honest. I knew we was going to lose. So,
But it's when he
it was
took
the
off.
first leg.
Oh no! But what about the second leg? We went down to 10.
I didn't watch the game.
And it was still running 1-0, and he bought on defenders instead of attack.
That was crazy. Yeah,
Bro,
someone said he was trying to defend the 1-0
I
loss.
didn't watch the game, and it's definitely that home game. My goodness, we come back home. We need a goal. Romero before even Romero gets sent off, I'm seeing a defender coming on. What in the hell was Conte thinking? So Milan is there. Dutchman Force is there.
Preserve the 1-0 loss.
Yeah, someone said that. Yeah, someone said I was howling when somebody said that. It might have been Jez who said that. But someone was like, he's trying to defend the 1-0, the 1-0 deficit when he brought on a defender.
Oh, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Oh, we were not trying to win that game. Hey, we tried to defend that game.
Yeah.
Where we need a goal.
What about the Leicester away game?
I was literally about to mention that. We lost.
Okay.
That was literally the next one I was going to mention. We lost 4-1 to Leicester, people.
Yeah.
4-1. Leicester afterwards didn't win a game till what? Just recently?
Yeah.
Oh my days. What? Let me go through these results because there's so many. Bro, every game is shit. I'll be honest. Every game is shit. Even the games we win, that shit, bro. Like, fuck. Okay, one more. Let me go through these results quickly.
The floor is yours, family.
City away. When we went on 2-0 and then we conceded 4 in 10 minutes in the second half. So yeah, that's another one. Leeds 4-3. We went in a dogfight against Leeds. I'm telling you, Flows, we're not beating Leeds this weekend, bro. I'm sorry,
I've seen you to draw, man. I've seen you
we're
not to draw.
We're not getting a
Why are
draw.
you so convinced? I think you can get a draw.
Mate, we played at home. We played a 4-3 against Leeds.
Wait, won or lost?
We won it 4-3.
Yeah, man, that's what you can run that back, man.
But bro, who concedes 3 against Leeds, bro?
Yeah, that's a fact. I hear you.
Yeah. Which game pissed me off like as well? To be honest, like I'm looking at these results here as well. Like, 2-0 United away. My goodness.
Nah, we were just very good that day. That was what I was.
But you know what it is? Bro, it's still was like how are you getting hooked on like this?
Hey, that's what happens to the whole team, man.
You're going to mention Newcastle, right? You got to mention Newcastle.
To be honest, at that point,
5 down in 20 minutes.
You know what? I didn't watch the game on that day, so
I'll remind you. So you're 5-0 down.
Yeah, I know. I saw. Because the funny thing is, I was planning to watch that game because you know what? I'm a supporter of the club. I'll need to support the club, but I had to do dishes. 3 minutes in, and we conceded like 3-5 minutes, and I hadn't turned in. I was going to Twitter before that. I see we're down 2 in 5 minutes. I'm not watching that game. I went to sleep, and then the game ended 6-1.
Hey, Starlord, big up, man. Big up.
Should I put Liverpool into this? And also, I'm going over 5, but Jesus, there are so many games that I can think of.
I know you asked for 5, but if you want to miss more than 5, yes.
Southampton
just there reading out the Spurs fixture list.
Well, yes. You know what? Southampton, I wasn't mad because you know what? When Southampton got the penalty, I was celebrating the penalty. Because I knew Conte was gone if they scored that penalty. I knew it. And he left, obviously. So, yeah. Aston Villa at home, 2-0 loss. That was fun. I think all the Nottingham Forest games, Carabao Cup, away and home, all annoying. I hated all of them. The Bournemouth game where we lost last minute, when we just equalized that minute, literally. Fuck.
It'd be easier to name the game.
Everton, when Mikey Keane saw the recent goal and just said, fuck it.
It'd be easier to name the games he played well in.
Yeah, facts. And Warrior J makes a great point. He said that that's why he asked this question, because he remembers it. He said that Liverpool result. I remember you said Richarlison took off his shirt and we lost. Fucking killed me.
We lost. Bro, my head was gone. I couldn't believe it. He took his shirt off.
Don't forget anything, you know. Please don't forget nothing. Oh, I forgot about you saying it. I did, but now you mentioned it. Like,
I nearly forgot because I'm not trying to remember the season. But shout out to Warrior J. Bro, he equalized the goal and he took his shirt off. What the fuck? Go and get the winner. No,
I haven't got to put the fixtures pulled up. I just retain useless information. That's all it is. I haven't got it pulled in front of me.
obviously this one is not Spurs related, but it's again one of the countries, Ghana, 3-2 Portugal. Why am I seeing somebody doing the sue when we don't a goal? We need a goal to equalize the game, and the guy goes to the corner flag me. That's the sue, bro. I swear, I don't like. These are so much jokes this season. Like, I can't believe it. Oh my days! I lost my head against Sheffield United in the FA Cup.
Oh yes,
FA Cup.
Yes.
And then it's not about the result. It's the fact that he rested our players. The Conte rested our players for that game. That was more important than the Wolves game afterwards. And we played our best players against Wolves, and we still lost against Wolves.
And also, Sheffield United changed their team, if you remember, for that game.
Yeah,
as well.
that was Sheffield's B team.
Yeah, that was their B team, and they still beat you 1-0.
Yeah, man, it's just too many results.
At least we went out to Man City in both cups.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, these are
Real Madrid.
Somebody that's good. We won that game, but there was one game that we played in a cup. Portsmouth. But Harry Kane had to score a worldie to beat Portsmouth.
1-0.
I lost my head. And the funny part is, I'm fuming at the games that we won, ladies and gentlemen. Bro. I'm fuming at the games that we have won because why does it take us to score a Harry Kane world-class goal, top bins from like 30 yards out to beat Portsmouth? Who the hell plays for Portsmouth? I'll be honest. I don't even know if the League 1 or League 2. I'll be honest, bro. Like,
I think they're League 1. I think.
That's my point. That's what you tell me. You guys cannot predict on the League 1 team unless Harry Kane scores a world-class goal.
No, they can't.
Nah. It's just too many games. I'll be honest. Like I keep it at that. If I go any further, bad memories coming back. I'll be honest.
The people like it. Like Prime says that we're doing a Jez best rants this season, and Warrior J says it's today Jez cooking Spurs show. Yo, Jez is killing me. Yeah, Jez is like time to shine said earlier. Yo, Jez cooking Spurs is must see.
Out of context, Sarcasm City should be good enough to have like best of Jez's rants or something.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll be honest. I get comfortable because they'll probably think I'm white and I'll say all that stuff.
Yeah, I can clarify. I've seen Jez. He is indeed black people. Just point out there.
I'm the quota guy here.
Yeah. See, he the Mason Mount. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got told by the higher ups. Yo, you just need one token white guy for the show. That's what it is. He's the guy who's in Wakanda.
I'm the Clinton Morrison of the Soccer Saturday of this battle. Okay, that's all right. I'm Ian Wright on Match of the Day.
What's the name of the white guy in Black Panther? What's his name? Black Panther.
Agent,
Black Panther.
That's not his name. Agent Ross. That's it.
He's Agent Ross. That's his surfers.
I'm Micah Richards in Sky Sports paddle.
And people were joking like, I don't have no quota to hit. We're just running bands. Don't take it serious. It's sarcasm.
Don't worry. When I'm off in the summer for a week, I've got one of my friends to step in. He's another white guy. So.
Yeah, you have to be white.
Nah, we don't need good.
Fucking this guy's an idiot.
We don't need any more winners because we had a serial winner. We had a self-announced serial winner who came to this club and didn't want fuck all. He actually made things worse. Because of him, Ivan Perisic on a new deal.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. You must have Perisic to a new deal.
He got overplayed, man. He wasn't supposed to play this much.
Apparently, I think it's 2 months ago, Ryan Sessegnon came report out. He again injured again.
Yes.
Rising. Yeah. And it said 6 weeks. Where the fuck is he? Oh, he's gone. And I saw somebody.
They went, there's nothing to play for us.
Bro, Bissouma was out since January, and he made a faster return than that fucking.
Yo, where is Bissouma? That's a great point. Yo, you have my guy. What the fuck happened to Bissouma, man?
He got contenized, bro.
That was the one transfer. Remember when that transfer happened, right?
Yeah, everybody was.
It was like for 25 million. Every fan went, that is a That
Still.
could be signing.
But guess what, man? Conte said he doesn't understand the tactics.
Didn't want him. He didn't want him.
He didn't want him. No,
He
it was
didn't
club signing.
want him.
100%. You can tell how certain players get treated who compared to the players that he wanted got treated. Like, for example, with Richarlison, you cannot convince me he didn't want it.
Yeah.
Kulusevski was playing well and he benched Kulusevski for Richarlison.
Yeah.
What in the fuck was he? Bro, I don't want to.
Go and say your piece, man. Don't hold back. It's calm.
I don't want to talk my piece.
We're over an hour now. It's fine, I think. You know.
I don't want to talk about Conte no more. Like that's why I'm leaving the Napoli. I'm leaving the Napoli alone. If you become the Napoli manager,
I'm leaving Napoli if he goes there.
I'm not joining. I don't want to see Kvaratskhelia playing wing back and Osimhen plays DM.
I don't want to see Kim Min Jae go up front in the last 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that, right?
Hey, man, under Conte, he's not even going to play for.
That's true. Yeah, he's probably not. He's probably going to get Romero back there or something like that. You know?
He's
probably going to get Dyer.
You know what?
Try and sign Dyer or something.
Please get him. Please get him. Go get your wife. Ivan Perisic as well, man. Like,
he's definitely signing Ivan Perisic if he goes.
100%. You know what? He can have him. And we got the Doji coming in. I'm happy. Oh man,
he's Ivan Perisic for him is like Harry Kane when he used to sign Cranchaw. Everywhere he went, they signed.
See, and you know what the funny part this year about the Conte thing? Our players, they fell out under Jose, and they still felt more sad about Jose leaving than they felt with Conte leaving. That's how much we know how much they hate Conte compared to Jose.
Yeah.
Like, because then most of the players still haven't sent like their goodbyes to on Twitter or IG about Conte leaving. There's only probably Son, and I think.
Well, if you remember, Jez, when he left us, do you remember William the FA Cup final photo?
Yeah.
He aired Conte out of it. Like he put like smiley emojis over Conte.
Oh,
yeah. So it was like he's a guy that, you know, when he leaves somewhere, no one speaks well of him. You know what I mean? When everyone remembers it, oh yeah, he was crap. You know, so you've always been there. Well, maybe not you, Jez. You're a young punk student, so not you. But you know, it's like you know, if you leave an office or something, it's like, oh shit, yeah, that guy's. Oh, remember that guy? Yeah, thank Christ.
Thank God he's gone. Yeah.
It's like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, he definitely does that because definitely does that for us. You know what I mean? That Conte's gone. Won us a title, but one of my most least favourite managers. You know?
God, like it's ironic. It's only Inter Milan fans that actually don't talk bad about him. It's just ironic because he's a Juventus player.
Because of the way he didn't leave there, like he left there because of issues with the board and that. So before the season started, didn't he?
You know what? What really happened is he was bitching that he lost two of his best players, and ironically, the next manager did better.
But what I mean is, they didn't turn on him. You know what I mean? It's like that. For football and stuff like that. They didn't turn on him like that.
It's that guy, bro. Like, I'm so happy that guy. I don't care what anybody says. You know what the thing that pisses me off the most? Everybody putting the shit. That's why I blocked like half from Spurs Twitter. I'm tired of interacting with these fools, bro. Like, no, when I was talking about the purple and gold, I get the message, bro. I thought these are Lakers fans, but nah, they're not. But I understand the message, but some of these guys are just like straight up delusional. Like,
oh, they're in every fan base.
They're doing too much, bro. And I'm like, it's weird. Like, I understand you hate the ownership. I hate nobody likes the ownership, but you don't have to go over aggressively with certain things.
No, it's the same everywhere. That's why I never take. And listen, I know a lot of people that go in spaces. Like I know Sam runs them, and some Liverpool fans I know like Kurdish and stuff like that. But dude, the Chelsea ones, I go in there and I wait 20 seconds, and then I feel better about myself and leave. So it's one of those. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like just you know. Just go away. You know what I mean? Do your thing, leave me alone. You know, stuff like that.
Talking about ownership, Flores, what is the latest update on this whole ownership thing?
No.
Yes.
0 dark 30. 0 dark 30.
There's been nothing which I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad there's been no news.
Hey, where's that deadline gone?
Oh shit, yeah. So like when people are on my case, yo, Flawless, why ain't you getting gassed about this and blah 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 and all this type of pure stupidness? Because what's it called? These things take time. Number one, these things take time.
Yeah,
Number
please
two,
stop, please stop saying it. Other fans, please stop saying referring to Chelsea's takeover. It's not the same whatsoever.
Yeah, it's really not. Like
Arsenal's
that's why
political.
Like,
so you know what I mean?
there's been a final round of bidding for like at least the last month. There was a deadline in February, then there was one in March, then it was April, then it was this month, and now there's still nothing. But the fact that it's gone quiet, I do like the fact that it's gone quiet, because then it means probably that something is getting done. Normally that's how it works. When it's just pure noise and like I'm like, all right, maybe not. But it's something like Surfer said, it's not like the Chelsea one, and this isn't like a transfer, people. This is not like a transfer. This is not like getting a manager. This is not like getting a DOF. It's something completely new, and it's big money involved. So yeah, yes. If anyone had a clue 5-6 months ago, someone would have said nothing's gonna happen in the next 5-6 months. Facts, Alam. That's spot on. Everyone, like I said, 99.9% of people talking about this is just don't know what they're talking about. It's a speculation. Yeah. There's a select few. It's a very, very select few.
Even when it's like agreed, it's still going to take time because there's lots of legal documents to draw up. Probably go back and forth with, no, we've got to add this. No, we've got to take this out. Actually, can we do it by this time? Get this signed. Get that. We need there'll be a deadline to sign the actual thing as well. People don't understand. It's not as simple as going, hey, I'm going to buy your club. Here's 4.5 billion. Here you go.
Here's 4.5 billion. There's so many conversations and things that need to be dealt with within the selling of a football club. You're not selling a car. I'm saying it's not like selling a house. There's a different thing. And this is why I never go. People are like, oh, why are you not getting gassed? Because I think Sheikh Jassim will take over because simply because he's the richest person involved. That's why. So I think the richest person is going to bid the most money and they will get the football club. That's the only reason why. But this is why I didn't get gassed. This is why I didn't put no Qatari flag on the channel. I didn't put no Qatari flag in my name. I'm not here. I have the full Arab attire, people. I've got the full, I don't know what it is, but the gown type thing. I've got the head wrap. I've got the black thing that you put around the head wrap. I've got the full thing. As soon as we get taken over, I'm on here for the whole week dressed in that. But imagine I would have done that in February, how stupid I would have looked. Say again?
What are you going to wear if Ratcliffe takes over?
Yeah, I was going to ask that same question.
Well, like the old, hang on.
Oh, you know, all black.
Like peaky rider's hat, cravat, pipe. What are you going to do?
You know what I'll be doing? All black, because it's the end.
It's
all black.
It's the demo for United.
Yeah, it's for the funeral. It's all black. I will be all black.
Jez, he'll pick.
All black.
He won't even have that light on. It'll be like his phone light or a torch.
It's a wrap in the dark. That's Manchester United football club.
Flawless, like if Ratcliffe does happen, to show my support, I'm gonna put my army as like just full black there.
You know how you can show your support by shutting the fuck up. That's what you can do, mate. You know what I'm saying? If you want to show support, just say nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you saying anything.
Wait, you want me to do a minute of silence?
Yeah. No. A whole month of silence. That's what you can do. Whole month of silence.
I swear, regardless who take over United, they're gonna also have that cleansing rule where they.
Hey, Flawless.
Go on.
First. This is my solidarity with you.
I have feet.
If you get Jim Ratcliffe, it's a rap people. The show's over.
Hey, Jim Ratcliffe and then get all the English quoted.
Your quotas will go up then.
Fucking quotas and that, innit? Signing. And the thing is, if you're gonna go get English players, go get good English players. Go get a Kane. Go get a Rice. Go get a Madison. Go get an Ivan Toney. Like, what are we doing there?
Hey, I'm here for the English takeover from Kane, Rice, Tony. Bring me that. Like, and then United singing the national anthem every time.
And to Jack, who says, Jesus, bro, just clicked on the recent Troops video and people hate you for calling out Bruno, laughing my ass off. Firstly, make sure you go check that out, the Troops podcast. Big up to my guy Troops, big up Lewis, big up to Sam. Make sure you go check the Back Again podcast. I need to update the playlist for on here. Number 1. Number 2, make sure you go check out my fan cam on Chelsea Fan TV. Big up Chelsea Fan TV, Alex, Lewis, the whole gang. Yeah. Go check out Lewis's fan cam. I made an appearance in that. Make sure you go check out Victor's as well. Saeed's on there also, so make sure you go check him out. And yeah, Jack, this is the two things with this. One, this is why I don't read comments. And any shows I do, the only show I'm on where I read comments is this one. Is my channel. I don't read live comments. I don't read comments after. I don't need that type of negativity in my life. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, yeah, people hate it when I call out Bruno rather than Bruno just perform. Because if I sat on that podcast and called out Casemiro or called out Lisandro Martinez, people would have lists of reasons as to why I'm bullshit. To why what I'm saying is nonsense. It's never footballing reasons. It's always elsewhere. It's always words like, oh, you have an agenda. Or you just don't like Bruno. So I'm trying to, you just dislike Bruno. No, he's just not very good. Because if I called out Martinez, you'd be like, Martinez is a quality centre-back. He's good at this, and this. Same with the Casemiro, same with the Varane. But all of a sudden, when it comes to this Bruno guy, people want to put on kid gloves and baby him. People are baby man when it comes to it. No, he's not good enough. So I'm going to call it out. Like, simple as that. He's not the only one. Don't get him mistaken, but he's one of the main ones. He's one of our biggest problems. I've said this. And I said verbatim. If he's our best midfielder, we will win nothing. And lo and behold, we sign a midfielder better than him and we win something. And not an accident, people. And if we get an upgrade on Eriksen, let's say it's a De Jong, he's our worst midfielder. And then if we go and sign Harry Kane, he's the worst player in our attack. And then if we sign a new goalkeeper, he's the worst player in our spine. Then if we get 2 new fullbacks, he's probably the worst player on the pitch because he's not better than Rashford. If Anthony improves, then he's the worst out of the 11. But people don't want to hear these conversations. How about G&A and the most created, most chances? I don't say nothing about the quality of those chances. Nonsense.
Can I also say what people forget when the big chances, they forget to factor in free kicks and corners.
Yeah, free kicks and corners. Which is
that's why Mount has like
the highest like last season or something.
Mount's high on that list.
Yeah,
don't tell me, man. I'm tired, man. So that's
it's the same for us Chelsea fans with Mount. It's the absolute same. It's the absolute same. You can't say anything. If you want to watch, I think it was the first half an hour at least of the Terrace today, with Flawless going, okay, now tell me what he's good at. No one on that panel or any chat that came up would tell anyone what he excels at. It was all off the ball.
Yes.
If you notice, actually, one of the tweets that first came out this week when Manchester United were linked with Mount, and they said all Ten Hag likes his energy and his work rate. Nothing on the ball. Nothing on the ball. Same with Bruno, right? You're going to go to me, not you, but Alistair said to you. Like, I know. Terry said, well, goals and assists or something like that. It's like, but it's like
that's why I said Andres Pereira's on that list. So does Andres Pereira?
Those are rare this season. Those have dried up. There's goals and assists.
If you look based just on the numbers, actually had a very good season at Fulham, but we should take him to United now because
we had him, and I don't want him back.
Exactly, that's the same thing.
Oh, you can be good at something. Like I said, Bruno's a man of many traits, but a master of nothing.
Yep.
And I don't know how, like, against Chelsea, he didn't play well, but he got a goal and an assist, so people will dine out on that. And that's why we won't compete for anything major with players like him and his caliber. I want to be proven wrong. Let him improve. But it's not, to me, he's not it. I've seen enough. You've been here, what, 3-4 years now?
3 years, 2020.
He was around with what's it called?
Yeah, he was around with Danny, innit?
Yeah, he came January 2020 or 2019.
Yeah. January 2020 he came.
So you've been here 3 years now?
3.5 years, yeah.
3.5 years. I've now seen enough. It's not like his first season. I'm like, okay. And yeah, when I first seen him, all right, cool. I like what I'm seeing. But it was just no improvement.
Well, if it's first season and a half, he's stats-wise, he's bowling out.
Oh yeah, stats were crazy.
Yeah,
and like crazy. I say to people, what did we win? People always say, he led Manchester United. Led us to what?
Oh no, now it's fine. If you finish in the top 4 but don't win anything, you've had a better season than if someone else finishes in the top 4 that wins a cup.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Or if you've been in a title race, you know what? What's funny to me is this evening when I go, oh yeah, Agal was going, and I like to listen to go, yeah, we challenged City, and I was thinking to myself, you were leading, so you're not really challenging them. You were leading City. You know what I mean?
You were leading the race.
To challenge them would be like what Liverpool did for those 2 seasons, where you go back and forth like that, like 1 point, something like that, or like you and us did for a couple of seasons, or what you did with Arsenal, or what you did with Blackburn. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. You what is this now? Like a 15 or 18 point, like
16
point swing.
Mm-hmm.
There's not even a challenge. They literally basically, you're running, you started slowing down, and they passed you. They didn't even have to. They didn't have to beat. They beat you, but they didn't have to. You know what I mean? You just stuttered. You know what I mean? You just stuttered. You didn't challenge him. It's not like a boxing match. You know what I mean? You didn't challenge, bro. You didn't challenge.
Facts.
You just
Eddie, I don't know what that means with pitiful.
Yeah, Eddie said, he says, yeah, because you are just. I'm sure I'll explain it. Fuck all that. He's a scrub. Quit explaining it. Flawless Mace voice. You're right, Eddie. Like that's where I'm at with it. I'm just gonna stop.
Mason Mount voice.
People don't want people.
Mace. I don't know who's Mace.
You know what? Put Murder Mace in there. You know what I'm saying right now. For those that don't know, that's a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Murder Mace.
He's not. Before he gets clipped, he's talking about a rapper. He's not advocating anything.
Yeah. I'm saying Murder Mace the rapper. That's why he said Murder Mace voice.
What
I'm done, like, because people just don't want to have a conversation about him, like, perform to a high level and I shut. Simple as that.
But, yeah, it's very strange. But it's very strange what people. It's like
defend.
Yes, defend some, or like to flip it, or to like they'll defend something. Or use it to back up their own argument, but then when someone does the same thing, they'll go against it. You know what I mean? It's like when I definitely see my club doing well next season. No, I can't see your club doing well next season. Yeah, but why? You know, it's the same thing. You know.
But the thing that kills me most about these things is like that's why I hate Hoiberg stunts. I like my tweet earlier. I quoted Musa Dembele comp, and I quoted it saying, and that's why I despise Hoiberg, because we seen better midfielder at the club, and you're telling me Hoiberg is good enough. Hey, come on, man! Like, and it's the same thing with Bruno. Like, man, some of these we talking about from the old heads who saw the Kante dancing guys to like guys who saw Cristiano and Scholes and them, man. Like, come on, man.
I just
Eddie, man. Eddie. Apparently, you lose some English players, so you gotta get them English players back. Unless you want to have a full bench of academy players. Like, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, we're just trying to facilitate. That's all. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, we can even drop them off. We can even do like an Amazon thing where you drop them off at your new.
Yeah, I'm willing to come over to Manny to send some of these guys over.
No, you stay in Leicester, stay in the Midlands, man. We don't need you over there. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you don't want to save money for the transfer window?
Nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. It's a dark day. You know what I'm saying? Put that money towards the funeral. You know what I'm saying? The casket.
I'm nothing. This is he's been very, and a very good season in terms of enjoying watching matches. Like, not the Europa League group watching.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. Yeah. The only thing that's made him like bad is the Mason bumping. It's like he was on the terrace today, him and Lewis, and if you didn't know, you would have thought Lewis's team won 4-1.
It's people trying to sell it to me. Like a gal tried to sell it to me, and then I go, "What does he excel at?" Well, if you want to know where he excels, I asked the Chelsea.
It was the great.
Trying to sell him to.
You and Saeed, because I went on Saeed's channel and just spoke to him as he was calling thing, and he was like asking me, "What does he do?" And I was like, "He doesn't do anything."
This is it. You don't do nothing on the ball, man. Like, what are we doing? We have one.
That's your manager who wants him.
Yeah, I'm looking at my money, man. I'm looking at
I do really want to know what the thought process is in Ten Hag's mind. Like,
well, that's the thing as well, right? You can still back a manager and still question his choices.
Yeah,
it's not
you don't back him blindly.
Either or. No. And you don't blindly back a manager as well.
Yeah.
It's like all this bullshit coming out of Poch really wants to keep Mount. That's great, but you know what? He doesn't give out contracts. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like he doesn't give out contracts, right, bro? Unless you're going to pay him 200 grand a week, Poch, or something out of your own pocket, it's not happening. But it's like, oh yeah. Give Ten Hag what he wants. Okay, really? So if he wants Maguire to stay for another 4 years, you're going to feel like that, do you? Because I guarantee you won't.
That's real, and that's genuine, like love that you have for someone or something. Is when you're a fan, but you question him because it's like, the best for them. Like Ten Hag's my manager. Don't get it mistaken, people. But Sir Alex Ferguson is the greatest manager I've ever seen. He's the GOAT to me. And I questioned some of his decisions at Manchester United.
Yeah,
more often than not, I was wrong and he was right. Yeah, more often than not. 99 times out of 100, when he would do something, I'd be like, it would work.
Yeah,
but I'm still questioning it because I'm looking at it going, all right, this don't make sense. And obviously I'm older, I'm more knowledgeable about the game. I'm questioning stuff, and I look at Mount and go, he don't improve our first 11. If he does, marginal. Man, we're trying to tell me he's better than Eriksen. Let's say that's the case, even though he's not. But let's say he is better than Eriksen. He's marginally better than Eriksen. Let's say he's better than Bruno. It's marginal. I want major improvements, not marginal, not slight, major. Yeah, go on.
That was like what they said about why Mount's. That's why Ten Hag wants him, because he can replace Eriksen. He's a bit like Eriksen, and I'm going.
He's not there like Eriksen.
You've never watched Eriksen in your goddamn life to say.
I saw Eriksen literally in his prime.
Yeah, exactly. You've never seen. They were going, oh, well, Mason Mount's probably got better long passing. I no.
Eriksen's long passing.
No, his long and short passing.
Eriksen was rivaling guys like KDB and Özil, and they're like crazy creators.
That 16-17 season, his assist, and I witnessed that at Wembley when he done that assist with Dele Alli in the semi-final.
Yeah,
out of this world. That's what I'm saying.
The passes he played for Manchester United, like I always go back to the Arsenal game. The 2 passes he played into Bruno.
I know Tony scored goals, but I honestly think Eriksen's the reason Brentford stayed up last year.
Yeah,
definitely had played
they were on the dip of form.
They were on the dip. They'd been found out. They had been found out. I'm telling you right now. And so it's like, no, that's what I'm saying. Don't try and justify someone and do mental gymnastics in your head to think, oh yeah, well yeah, definitely Ten Hag wants Mount, and now I'm going to back it like that. Listen, maybe he can do something with Mount. We have to give him the opportunity to do. Manchester United have to give him the opportunity, if it does go through, have to give him the opportunity to do so. I'm just saying, as like some person who's watched him now for 4 seasons. He's 24 now. I don't have a discernible attribute that I can tell you he's good at. He's 24. Now, let's look at Phil Foden, who's roughly in the same age, right? Near enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could probably run off like 4 or 5 at the top of my head. Do you know what I mean? There you go. Oh, yeah, Rashford does that.
Rashford's like just a year older.
Yeah, Rashford. I can name something. Sancho, obviously. Let's say James Maddison. No, I think he's a year older than Mount.
I think two, because I think he's
right.
But
just
about the same. I saw the area.
Yeah, you can name quite a lot of attributes that would define James Maddison. Good passer, he can finish well, takes the free kick, something like that. But Mount, you go, it's always off the ball. That's why I always ask when I ask real inverted mountabators. That's what I call them, mountabators. By the way, I came up with that word. If anyone says something mountabator, I should have put it in the Urban Dictionary.
That's fine. Mountabators is a 500 name.
Even Lewis does it. We go, name us 3 on the ball attributes he does. Mm-hmm. They can't do it, or they tell us the first 2 are off the ball, even though we say on the ball stuff.
Yeah.
That's right, because you were asking on the Chelsea fan TV, because I was watching the fan cam, you were asking, what's his name,
Alex, yeah, man, I can't. Yeah, you know what? Because Alex, my guy, that's why I didn't press him. Anyone else, I would have pressed. I was like, I see what you're trying to do here, so I get it.
I think he's playing a lot of devil's advocate on that one.
I see. I know what it was. That's why even in the thumbnail he's smiling, because he knows I'm spot on with what I'm saying. Salute to Alex. Knows I'm spot on.
Yeah, but it's like but Bruno now, because the goals and assists are drying up, it's exposing more of his game. Goals and assists can hide a lot of your game.
But no, that's why we're not talking about Vlahovic, for example. I 100% agree that the system doesn't help him at Juventus, but I think the Allegri system exposed also his overall game, and it's quite poor, to be honest.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does have a world-class half turn. We remember that.
He's good at half world-class half.
And his
at least
you have to rate his PR. It's generational. His PR is world class. It is up. It is top. It's up there, bro. It is. If you want to learn, people want to learn how to get good footballers, want to get good PR. Ask what Mason Mount's people are doing, because that is some PR, bro. To get him linked to Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United, all within like the same couple of weeks, that's something else for an average player.
Fucking joke thing, man. Absolutely.
Like, to be fair, now that Ugarte has gone for Liverpool 100% since he's either going Chelsea or PSG, hey man, they're gonna get Conte and Gallagher to play DM.
Listen, can I be honest with you? I still think in the back of my head he goes to Arsenal. Really?
Who? Mount.
Mount.
What makes you say that?
I just don't know. I just think it's just an inkling. That's all. Something like that. Just know it will turn out. Maybe something like that. I did read reports today apparently, and you always have to take it with a huge pinch of salt. That he thinks, Ten Hag, the way Man United set Ten Hag set will get the best out of his game. Let me know what that would be, by the way, because I'm still trying to figure out what the best of his game.
Because we don't even have a set system and set style because we play different ways. We play different ways. We don't play one way.
Imagine Casemiro, right? We put in the group chat, so we've all seen the picture, right, of the lineup. Like Casemiro's gone from like one side Cruz, one side Modric, to then having one side.
Bruno on the half turn. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Man. That's Division 10 pro clubs, like bots-esque. That type of shit. Yeah.
Hey, but then you have that superstar. And you know that non-league guy, and each team that had at least that one guy that is at least League One quality, but he plays for whatever reason in the non-league.
They've got that. He's called McTominay. They've already got that guy. He's called McTominay.
But see, you know how you see Eriksen is stressed from it, because I'll be honest, I saw somebody bold in the celebrations when United scored the first goal out. Wait, is that Eriksen? Oh, like what happened to his hair, bro? I don't know, man. Like this United
getting old, man. He be bald, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? That's what's happened to his hair.
Jez, can you leave him alone? This guy died on the pitch. Can you?
You talk about his hair, man. Have some fucking shame, man.
Hey, you know what? He's a strong man because he died on the pitch, came back, and he opened from Bruno in the same season.
He resurrected, then he went to Brentford and resurrected their child.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think he's going to be hurt if I'm talking about this hair. Come on.
Hey, Eriksen, if you're watching, big up. Ignore the haters like Jess.
I'm not a hater, bro. Like he did the right thing. If he would have come to Tottenham, Conte might have killed him. I'll be honest. Okay. I saw that preseason. Oh man, remember when everybody was flirting and not flirting, but hyping up how everybody was dying on the floor in Korea? Oh man.
Oh, you mean during preseason, like because of the rain?
Yeah, everybody was like doing. I think that's a part of the reason why we had the procession last season as well. By the way, I think physically a lot of these guys, they still had maybe carried on from like, something just different, because last season that was not the case of the team. 62 goals, fucking hell.
Hey, we're at 59 likes, scales up to 60 likes. We're going to close out in 5 minutes. Get your final Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs related questions in, people. Like I said, we're at 59 likes, scales to 60 likes. Hit the subscribe button. We're still too short of 6,490. So we're only looking for 2 more subscribers. What have we got coming up today? Multiple streams, people. We do have Borussia Dortmund. So Borussia Dortmund versus Mainz. That watch along will be here. This is subject to change, so keep an eye out. But Borussia Dortmund versus Mainz will be here on the YouTube channel. Victor and the F1 gang are holding down the Formula One podcast, the F1 Grid Free. That'll be over on the Twitch. Not sure on the times with that, but I'm going to talk to Victor, keep an eye out. And then it is Game 6 of the Miami Heat Boston Celtics Eastern Conference Finals, which is 1:30 a.m. That will be live on the Twitch. You
Nuggets are just resting up. Nuggets are on resting up, aren't they? They're getting
resting
so
up. Right, so you may get a pro club stream in between that, people. So just keep an eye out. All these things run an upcoming live stream schedule. That being said, I will be updating. I'll probably do it tonight, actually. Yes, I will do it tonight. I'm going to update the live stream schedule on the YouTube and on the Twitch for next week as well. Because we're going to keep all of the weekly shows going, people. All of the weekly shows, like this show, for instance, will keep going.
Sunday, we're doing. Are we still doing the?
Everybody's on, because it'll be United Fulham, but everyone's watching. Everyone will be here for
that. We're doing Soccer Saturday.
So basically, Soccer Saturday.
We're doing this our own version. Sarcasm Sunday. That's what we're doing, right? Sarcasm Sunday.
Everton, you need to do the business, man.
So
I'm watching that Leeds match. I know you're not watching Spurs. So
no, I don't. You can watch it, but you will see how
I'm watching it. It's just the most intriguing match for me. That's so. It's just the most.
That game will definitely have goals though. I can see that.
And of course, people, you'll get on the Sunday, you'll get the Q&A at midnight, as you always do. And then I will, like I stated, update the live stream schedule till next week, Sunday. So here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Only thing that would change in terms of the schedules is just no watch-alongs on the weekend. Obviously, no watch-alongs during the week. But I'll pattern other shows. You'll definitely get more fan calling shows as well over on the Twitch. I will definitely.
What are you doing for the cup final? You're not streaming that?
Nah, I'm not streaming. No. I'm not streaming that. Absolutely not. Nope. But I'll be live.
just in case. Yeah,
I'll be live to what's it called? Obviously the day after. So I'll be live with the Q&A. I might even do a Q&A or Man United.
not if you win. You probably won't want to do one, will you? If you win.
Hey, if we beat him in the FA Cup, would I do a Man United? Maybe.
I wouldn't.
Maybe not.
I'd go celebrate. All weekend. That's what I would do.
Yeah, it depends. Maybe. I'm saying it might be a whole. I don't
so
know
just
how
to let you know, guys, next Sunday streams are subject to change if United win the FA Cup.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be a massive. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Jacob says any wild takes for results this weekend. I'm saying Leeds win and stay up. So you have Leeds winning, but also that means Bournemouth would have to be Everton. I don't see Bournemouth winning at Goodison.
I think all three teams will actually win.
But so you think Leeds will win, Leicester win, and Everton win?
I just because you got to remember Leicester playing. West Ham are preparing for that conference final. They're already safe. Spurs are Spurs. Jez, I'm not insulting Jez. He already knows that.
I already know. You know what? Spurs is not even like justifiable anymore.
Yeah. If you are
this is not even Spurs anymore. This is Southampton.
And then you got Everton, Bournemouth. Actually, saying that, Everton, Bournemouth is probably the one you really can't predict or have a good stamp on, because Everton are not, I mean, Sean Dyche has had a difficult job there, and Bournemouth are on the beach, but sometimes that may be difficult teams to play against because they're able to stroke the ball about and play without any fear and stuff like that. So, but they did lose to us, so they'll probably lose. So, yeah.
All right, calm people. We are going to close out this show. All the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you want to listen to on the SoundCloud, the Spotify, the iTunes, you might just not want to have the YouTube app open. You may be, cooking. You may be cleaning. You might be driving. You might be at work. Whatever. It's available on audio-only platforms. You might be watching what? Tottenham, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm saying maybe that's what it is. Maybe it could be a Spurs fan who is doing that. But yeah, I'd love to everyone who has locked in. Like I said, keep an eye on the schedules over the weekend as well. Borussia Dortmund Mainz here, the F1 podcast on the Twitch as well. But this has been the Manchester United Chelsea Tottenham Hotspur show. Man United, Ballers at the Bridge, talking that Tottenham talk, or podcast mixed in crossover like Marvel people. But I love to everyone that's locked in. On the Sarcasm locks in. Big up, man, and just salute to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV. And make sure you go subscribe to Lewis's channel. Links for everything is underneath in the description. Salute.